All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakwakadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the brothers that are doing this work in true sincerity. And we're going to jump right into the lesson. Now, this is a question that I asked uh, Google or AI, whatever you want to call it. I asked it, what is the average length of an empire? And it says here the average empire lasts around 250 years. It says key figures and theories. 250-year, a commonly cited figure to question the longevity of modern superpowers like the U.S. as they approach this age. So, what you're seeing right now is the end of an empire, man. You're seeing the empire of Esau, Edom, because the scripture said that he's going to cut his time short, man. So you're seeing the empire, this Edomite empire of Babylon coming to an end. And most high willing, it does still come to an end this year. This is the 250th anniversary of America. Let's go ahead and get that in Google. This is Google right here, and it says United States semi-centennial, and it says here America 250, 250, 250. So America is reaching that average age of the end of an empire. Let's get this right here. It's overview. It says the United States semi-quincentennial, also known as America 250, will commemorate the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence signing on July 4th, 2026. So this is the age of the end. This is the age of the end for America. This is the end of an empire, man. The end of a rulership. We are in the end of Esau's rulership. And it's a awesome and terrifying thing to witness. Because we know what that end is going to be. The persecution of the saints, man. It's going to be a lot of violence and death and bloodshed upon the streets of America, because they're going to, with all their might, using their blessing, the sword, they're going to attempt to secure the position and longevity in this place. But the scripture said that he has set bounds that he cannot pass. Let's go ahead and get the scriptures. So we're going to go ahead and get the scriptures. And these are some notes that I got. The end of the empire, but we'll go ahead and get the scriptures right here. So let's go ahead and get Psalms 37 and 10. This is Psalms 37 and 10, and it says, we'll start at verse 9. Psalms 37 and 9. I'll start at verse 1. It says, "Fret not thyself because of evildoers." And who's the main evildoer upon the earth? Esau, Edom. It says, "Neither be thou envious." Let me make this full screen here. "Neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity." So the evildoers, the workers of iniquity, the scripture says that they have an abrupt end. It says, for verse 2, "For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as a green herb." Now let's go ahead and jump to verse 9. It says, "For evildoers shall be cut off." Let's get the footnote, "destroyed. But those that wait upon the Lord shall inherit the earth." So that just told you that it is that we, like they say, we got next. It says the evildoers or the Edomites, the elites, the wicked, they're going to be cut off. They're going to be destroyed. So, but those that wait upon the Lord, which are the elect, they shall inherit the earth. Because elect are going to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, and they're going to be given rulership over this world under Yahweh Shai. It says, "For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be a little while." We are at the end of the empire. The time of the end, the 250 lifespan of this empire is coming to a close. That's wonderful news, man. And we understand that this devil's going to gear up and come down in great wrath. He's going to use, he got new technologies and weapons and all kinds of crazy shit that he's bringing out to secure his position. He has been developing technologies and weaponry and all kinds of like crazy stuff, man, that they're going to use to make it seem like they have a supernatural power. But the Lord's going to combat that with his power, his might, and he's going to give his men spiritual powers, man. But let's go ahead and keep on going. It says, for evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Thou shalt diligently consider, let's get the footnote, look diligently for his place, and it shall not be. Now, that's basically saying that Esau will be done away with. He's going to come to an end. Jacob is Esau is the end of the world. Jacob begins the world that follows. Let's get verse 12. The wicked plotters against the just, and gnashes upon them with his teeth. And that's what they're doing right now, man. They are plotting against the men of the Lord. There are schemes and devices and programs that are being set in motion as we speak to go against the men of the Lord, man, to go against the message and word that we bring out, because that message and word that we bring out, it declares his end. It says, the Lord shall laugh at him, for he sees that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword, have bent their bow, and cast on the poor and needy, slay such as be of upright conversation. That's right now. He is gearing up to use his sword. He's gearing up to unleash hell upon earth, if you want to call it that, man. So the sword shall enter their own heart, and the bow shall be broken. It says, we'll jump down to verse 20. It says, but the wicked shall perish. The aim of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume into smoke, and they shall consume away. So we are witnessing the end of an empire. Let's go ahead and get a few more precepts. This is Job, the 20th chapter, which speaks of Esau's end as well. It says, verse Job 20 and 5, it says that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of a hypocrite but for a moment. So it's for a time it might seem like that he's winning, but that feeling of victory is going to be short-lived, because the Lord's going to cut him off abruptly. It says those excellently mount up to heavens, his head reach to the clouds. He's in a high position right now. He's ready to further his position upon the earth. Yet shall he perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Let's go ahead and get that in the well, let's get that in the, what do you call it? Let's compare. And we'll jump down to the GNTs, but they'll be blown away like dust. Those who used to know, they will wonder where they had gone. Let's go ahead and get the NLT. Said it's a lot. Yet they will vanish forever, thrown away like their own dung. Those who knew them will ask where he is. And let's find the GNT. That's always a good one as well. GNT said, but they will be blown away like dust. Those who know wonder where they have gone. So that's the end of Esau. The end of Esau's empire is here. The end, and we applaud that, man. See, he shall fly away as a dream, shall not be found, shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Let's go ahead and compare that one as well. Let's go ahead and get the GNT. And it said they will vanish like a dream, like a vision of night, and never be seen again. That speaks of an utter end. NLT, they will fade like a dream and not be found. They will vanish like a vision in the night. So it can't be more plainer than that, man. The end of empire, the end of Esau's empire is coming soon. This is Exodus, the 9th chapter, and it's speaking about Pharaoh in the times of Egypt, but you can liken that to today, because America is the modern day Egypt, and these rulers, Donald J.T., he's like a one to a Pharaoh. So let's go ahead and get Exodus 9 and 13. Well, verse 12, it says, verse 12, and the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh. He hearkened not to them. The Lord has spoken unto Moses. So the Lord is working on the heart of Trump right now, the mind of Trump, to do the things that he's doing to bring forth his own destruction. It says, and the Lord said unto, and the Most High said unto Moses, rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh. And you can liken that to the prophets. We are in the spirit of Moses, rising up early in the morning, rising up early, speaking these prophecies on the highways and hedges and street corners of America. And say unto him, thus says the Most High power of the Hebrews, let my people go, that they may serve me. But just like in those days, he's doing all that so the Lord can be glorified, to show and force his power upon the earth. For at this time send all my plagues upon thine heart and upon thy servants, upon thy people, that they may know that there is none like me in all the earth. And that's going to be done by the ICBMs and the chariots raining forth laser beams upon the earth, man. Esau got his own fucking laser beam, but they ain't nothing compared to the power of the Lord. They got his own, stealth bombers and UFO-like vehicles, but there's nothing compared to the Lord's, man. Because the scripture says in Revelation that, they're going to attempt to fight the chariots, man, but they will not prevail. It says, for I will now stretch out my hand, let me smite thee and thy people with pestilence. And that pestilence, the modern day pestilence, like I said, is those ICBM, those nuclear missiles, that thou should be cut off from the earth. And they can't get more plainer than that thou should be cut off from the earth. So this America, this empire known as America, will be cut off from the earth, man. Plain and simple. We believe that with all, with every, because the scriptures say it. That's why we believe it, man. And to say anything else is foolishness, man. With that being said, just a real quick lesson. This is the 250th year. This is when you go to Google, it says 250 years is the average lifespan of an empire. And that's good news, man. That's good news. Hopefully the Most High willing, brothers enduring to the end. We are those elect men, and we get the hell out of here, man. But with that being said, just another quick lesson here at the plantation. Most High willing, hope is edifying. With that, we give our honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Brothers, keep on pushing. Shalom.